morning, 6th graders. My name is Mr. Llewelyn. I'm an 8th grade school counselor here at Quincy Junior High School. And on behalf of everybody involved in your education at Quincy Junior High School, we'd like to welcome you to your new experience here at junior high. We know some things have changed, and that's why I'm shooting this video, because we could not have orientation. So we're going to try to give you a virtual tour so you can kind of get an idea of where things are at the junior high, so you feel more comfortable to get here. There are some things that have changed, so the entrances and stuff, we'll go through that today, and you'll get information on your first day more about how to do that. So we hope you're feeling comfortable, and we hope you're ready for this great experience that we have this year to revamp and relearn some things. So we're excited. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do as we get started for our tour is to learn about how we're going to enter the building. As you can see in front of me right now, this is the front entrance of the building, and they will only be entered by people riding the bus. So bus riders will only enter the front of the building. So you might be guessing, what will drop-off or walk-in students do? Well, we're going to go through that on the outside of the building just to let you know more information. First of all, let's get familiar. This is the front of the building on 14th Street. If I face to the right side, that is Main Street. And then we call that the north. We're going to call that the north side. And then we turn. And this is Jersey Street. And we're going to call that the south side entrances. So depending on where you're coming from the school is how you're going to enter the building. Let's start by going to the north side, which would be Main Street. A couple of things as disclaimer as we talk and I walk through this tour is that we have construction going on, and so please, as we walk through the tour, you see things in the hallway and things. It's the best thing we could do. We're trying to get the school looking really sharp for you. So when you get here, we'll be excited to see you, and things will be clean and taken care of, and everything will be helpful. So this is toward Main Street. Again, we're walking toward the north side. This is the Main Street side that you will enter. As you can see, there are crosswalks here. Please, students, use the crosswalks. That's the safest way to get to the building. We have busy streets around, so we want to make sure that you're using the crosswalks when you enter the building on all four corners. Do not jet across the street here on Main. It's busy. So we want to make sure you're aware of that. We want you safe. We want you secure. Now, you go see these entrances. This would be the northeast entrance, and down there will be the northwest entrance. So as we go through this, the northwest entrance is closest to Morrison Park parking lot, and the northeast entrance is closest to the sign by the school on Main Street and 14th Street. One thing I need to let you know is the northeast entrance right here off of Main Street again will be used for entering school only. So if you want to enter school and don't want to eat breakfast, this would be where you would enter if you're coming from the north side or the Main Street side of the building. If you go to the northwest entrance, this entrance here will be the one used for coming into school and for breakfast. We will have a grab-and-go breakfast for you, and I'll show you more as we talk about entering the school from the bus line. But here's where you will enter the school building if you want breakfast and if you want to enter the school. Here is where you, down here is where you would enter if you're just coming in to enter the building and do not want breakfast. Now let's go to the south side of the building. This south side of the building will be the southeast entrance and the southwest. Again, excuse the construction stuff going on, but they're making our school look good, and it does. It looks beautiful. We appreciate everybody doing the hard work they've had to do over the break to make sure this works. All right, again, remember, if you're entering the school from the south side, we do have these crosswalks. Again, use the crosswalks. Be alert. We want you safe at school. We want you ready to learn, but we really want you safe. So it's important. So this will be another drop-off or walker's location. This is Jersey Street. I'm right here. This is 14th Street here and Jersey Street here. So we're going to walk down Jersey. So if I'm a walker or a drop-off, we would be dropped off along Jersey here. So we're going to look at this. The first entrance will be our southeast entrance. That is in case you just want to get into the school. Now remember, the southeast entrance is on the first floor, so you'll be entering on the first floor. On the north side, you're entering on the second floor. So this is our southeast entrance. It is to the right of the greenhouse, if you can see that. So it's important that you look at that and see that. Southeast entrance, only for entering school, not for breakfast. If you want breakfast, we have to walk down here closer toward the gym entrance. And excuse again the construction, but we're going to walk through here. Again, you'll be dropped off along the side. Again, use the crosswalks. It's important. Make sure you're safe. Now, on this side, we have the southwest entrance, and you can notify this one because we have the disabled entrance, or the stairwell there. So this is going to be the entrance you want if you want breakfast. So it'd be important to know that to the right of the greenhouse is the southeast entrance, and down here closer to the gym area is the southwest entrance, where you will be receiving, you could come in that side, but you also will have your breakfast there as well to choose from. And we'll talk more about how that breakfast routine works as we start going in for the tour the rest of the day. Now let's talk about the bus drop-off. Now this is 14th Street here, and this is where the buses, only buses, no vehicles will be allowed during bus drop-off or pickup. So buses only here. So if you ride a bus, this will be your drop-off right along 14th Street. And one thing I forgot to mention that's very important is that you will not be allowed in the building until 7:25 a.m. So it's important that you let your parents know and that you're aware that building entrance will not happen until 7:25 a.m. So if you're entering and things like that, make sure we're here 7:25. That's when we'll enter, because again, we want to make sure you're safe. So buses, like I said, buses will be dropped off on here. And so as a student, you will have the entrance in the main entrance right there. That's where you'll be entering if you ride a bus. The reason why we have a separate bus entrance is because they're going to be checked at the bus stop for their fever and everything. So they're already been checked. So we wanted one access for the students. So you can see this is an entrance. And then over here is an entrance. So bus riders will just exit off of 14th Street, and then they will enter the main building right here in the front. Okay, 6th grade bus riders, it's your turn. We're going to start entering the building and start our tour of Quincy Junior High School. Now, when you enter the front of the building, 6th graders, you'll be entering from the 2nd floor. So understand, south entrance is 1st floor, north and main entrance is 2nd floor entrance. So if you have a 100 number in your classroom, it will be on the 1st floor. If you have a 200 number in your classroom on your schedule, you will be on the 2nd floor when you enter. So junior high, you'll come up these steps and you will enter the main lobby. Now this building was built in 1933, and so there's some interesting features. Now one interesting thing about Quincy Junior High School is that when they built this building, on the left when you enter is the even numbered classrooms. So like I said before, 100 means 1st floor, 200 means 2nd floor. Now, if you have an even number, you will be on the left side or the south side of the building. If you have an odd number in your classroom, you will be on the north side of the school. So odd numbers are on the north side of the building. So that's one way. Also an interesting feature about Quincy Junior High is the even side is the girls' restroom area, and the odd side is the boys' restroom area. And we'll show that as we go through the tour. Now, when you enter the lobby, so let me step back. When you enter the lobby, you'll have two choices, sixth graders. You'll have an option to get breakfast or just to go to your class. If you choose to get breakfast, you will walk up, and this up to the main Morrison Theater. Morrison Theater right here. You'll walk up, and there'll be a breakfast area. Now, your breakfast area is a grab-and-go area. So you will have an option to get cereal or to get a hot breakfast. You make a choice if you want breakfast, and then you go to your first hour or advisory class. That's where you would check your schedule. So, one of the things we're doing, though, bus riders, you will not be able to take a left. You will have to take a right. And one of the things we're doing with this is when we take a right, sixth graders, we want you to go to the right side of the hallway. So stay to the right. Don't go to the left. That's for 7th and 8th grade bus riders so they can get upstairs and go to their class. So we want you to stay to the right. So let's go to the right and check things out. Sixth graders, here we go. On the right side, odd side. And as we're walking down the right side of the hallway, you'll notice that we're going to the northeast entrance is coming up right here. This will be the entrance that you come in if you enter from the northeast. As we walk down the hallway, the first room we come to is an office. It's 213. This is where your dean, school counselor, and Mrs. Flair, the assistant principal of curriculum and instruction, is located. So you have to see your dean or counselor. This is where you would go, 213. So as we get through the northeast entrance, you'll notice that there's a room tucked back in the corner, 215. And then we continue to go to this side. We go 217. They go pretty much in order. And sixth graders, you will continue, if you have an even number, to keep going down the hallway. The next number that we come into is 219. And then right past these fire doors to the left, you'll notice there's a room also, 221. And right past that is the boys' restroom. And then across from there, we go to 225. And we continue to walk down to classroom 231. And as you've noticed, there's another staircase. So now we're entering another location. The staircase is where 7th and 8th graders will go up to their first hour class. As we go in here, we notice that there's a gold sign at the bottom of each staircase telling us the floor location and what side we're on, odd number. Now we're on the northwest entrance. This is where you will come in for the breakfast line from the north side off Main Street. And so when you enter from here, you'll notice there's another classroom tucked back, room 235. Then we go to 237. So if these are your classrooms, this is where you go. Now, somewhere around here, I'm guessing it's going to be here, but that's just a guess at this point, there will be another breakfast grab and go. That's why this line on the northwest will be a breakfast line. But there'll be a breakfast grab and go here for students to get. So 7th and 8th graders and 6th graders, if you want breakfast, you would come here. So 6th graders, if you grab a breakfast from here, then you would continue to grab your breakfast and go to your first hour advisory. Right past the breakfast line, there'll be a classroom, 241. And then you'll notice that we run into almost a wall here. There's some directional signs to make sure you go to the even side. And if you come this way, you'll also be located that we go back around the building to the odd rooms. But this will give you a direction. There's also a sign up here that says one way. So we go this way, we follow this sign. There's another sign here that says one way. And remember, we're going to try to stay to the right of the hallway. Now we're going to the back hallway. This is the back hallway on the west side of the building. And we got to cross the back hallway to get to the even side. Now, because we're on the back side of the building, this is where the larger numbers are going. So when we get to the even side, you'll start seeing larger classroom numbers like 242. And then as we go around the building, we get to the lower numbers. So there's a directional sign there, and we're going to stay to the right of the hallway again, and we're going to go around the corner here. So we're around the corner, and then we get our first classroom as we come here. So our first classroom is 242. And then you'll notice right by that room is the elevator. This is the elevator used for students that might have medical or wheelchair, sprained ankle. You get the key from the school nurse up on this floor. All right, so then from 242 goes 240. And then right by 240, you'll notice there's a gym entrance. This is where you will go to the gym. And I will try to get in, but this is the girls' side, and this is the boys' side over here. Girls, boys. And you'll notice there's a little sign that says girls there and boys here. Let's see if we can enter the gym. All right, so this would be the hallway. You would go down. And then we do not use the locker room this year, but this is where the girls' locker room will be located. Boys is just on the opposite side. And this is the gymnasium. And this is where you would participate in your PE, some of your PE classes. All right? Let's go back. So we're leaving the gym. And we'll get reacquainted back in the hallway. So this would be on the second floor. Again, once we leave, we need to make sure we're trying to get on the right side and social distancing to make sure we're not getting too close. So let's go back and check out. So the stairwell here is, again, going to take you up to the third floor. And there's signs around that show you this. The stairs take you to the third, fourth floor, and a band room. Band room's located on the fifth floor, but it's right across from the art room. We don't have... The stairs are located on the fourth floor right across from the art room. So that's where you would find those locations. But again, we're a second floor gym. Then we go to 232, 230. And again, if you still can't find your number or you got an odd number, we're going to continue to go right. Stay on the right side of the hallway. We have an officer here. Officer Holtman's office is 228. We have 224. Just past the fire doors, ladies, is the restroom. So this is where you would find the restroom. Then right next to the girls' restroom is the nurse's office. Now this nurse's office, we're going to have two nurses' offices this year. This one will be housed for first aid and medicine. So if you're pretty healthy, you're just going to get a bandage or you kind of got a bruise and you want it checked out. Or if you have to take medicine, this is the nurse's office you would go to on the second floor. The other one is a medical, and it's on the first floor, and I'll show you that when we go there. Now we're going to go down farther from the nurse's office. And we're going to go to 216, is right here, computer lab. Again, there's another stairwell here. Again, there's signage there in case you have to go to the library, go to the art room, or go to the band room. Orchestra is housed in Morrison Theater on the stage. 214, right here. Then we got 212A, and then 212. 212A is an office, but 212 is a classroom. And there'll be staircases here on this side. The staircases to the first floor are only on the south side or the left side of the building. So that's how you get down to your first floor classrooms. 210. And then we wind ourselves back into the lobby. And once we cross, we're going to be back on the odd side. If we continue to go straight through those doors, we would be back. So this is the lobby area. So let's enter the first floor from the southeast entrance. If you notice, if you come through the southeast entrance, the first thing you'll see is a room number 114. Then you'll see some staircases. This staircase will take sixth graders. If you have a 200 number on your schedule for your room, you can go right up those steps if you enter from the first floor. If you have a 100 number, then you'll be going to the left here. And we will find room 118. And another cafeteria entrance there, but we will be eating in our rooms. We will know how to do that. So we go from 118, 124. Then we have the girls' restroom right here to the left, right. And then from 124, we have 134. And then we have the southwest entrance where the nurse for medical will be held. So this is where you would go for the nurse if you have medical attention. Again, this is the southwest entrance. It's also the breakfast line. So when you come through the southwest entrance, the breakfast line should be housed where these boxes are and stuff, right in front of the fire doors. And again, there's stairs here in case you have to go to the second floor because you have a second floor class. So that's where you would go up the stairs, right there. And then if you have another class, 160 is down this way. This is room 160. And boys, this is the only time the restrooms are in this building is right here. Here's the boys' restroom down here when you come here. And this is the only time the boys' restroom is located on the south side, on the even side. Also, you'll notice there's more rooms back here. But as you notice, there's rooms here. The lower gyms to the left, and then rooms 177 and 185 are down here. These are students that usually will have their teacher helping them getting into class. And I'm sorry again, but this is where we would go. And this is 183 and 179 and 178 is located right here. And then 185, you would go through this door and walk straight across to room 185. As you enter the southeast side of the building, you'll notice there's other classrooms down beyond. And we do have some students that have these class numbers on their list. We have 112 here, so if you have that on your schedule, that's where you would go. 106 is right here, right across from the cafeteria. And if you go through these doors like you're going toward the annex, you'll notice that there is a room with 104, and it's right here, and there's the door to enter that. Walkers and drop-offs. There's 3 things we want you to do before entering the building when you come in. First of all, be responsible by wearing a mask before you get on the school property. Third, be respectful of others. Make sure you're social distancing, staying 6 feet from each other. And then we want you to be inspired, be ready to learn. That's what you do. Let's go in and do the temperature. Walkers and drop-offs. There's one more thing we have to do before we can send you to your advisory class. That is to take your temperature. There'll be 2 different devices. The standing device that checks your temperature, or the infrared thermometer. The infrared thermometer will be held by a staff member, and basically they turn it on, and they point it to your forehead, they push the button, and it takes your temperature. Now, if your temperature is below 100, you're fine. You'll be sent to class. If it is slightly above 100 or higher than 100, we'll ask you to take a 5 to 10 minute break, and then we'll take it again in case we have to send you to the medical nurse or do something regarding that. But again, if your temperature is below 100, we're going to send you to class. The other thing about the standing scanner is here's how you would use it. First of all, you stand in front of it, and then see this yellow box. You're going to run your right wrist up through the scanner, and it will give you your temperature. Normal temperature, please proceed. And it says normal temperature, please proceed. So then you would go. Again, if it shows over 100, it will require us to have you wait a minute to take your temp. Come see for yourself.
Normal temperature,
Well, sixth graders, this ends our virtual tour. We hope that this has eased some of your anxiety and stress on what it means to come to Quincy Junior High School. We're going to be working together with you, and we know that your lifestyles have been impacted, and the pressure of coming to school and revamping, it has been a difficult decision. But we're all in this together. Dale Carnegie wrote in his 1948 book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, that if you have a lemon, make a lemonade. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're all going to work together, do the best we can, keep pushing ourselves to learn and to work through the processes. So we hope you have a great week before school starts on August 20th. We can't wait to see you. We're excited. So wish you the best. Keep healthy and safe, and we'll see you August 20th.